Oh, Sadia.
Yes, Mom?
You still need to remove that bloodstain from the incident.
Oh, yes, Mom. I'll make sure it gets done.
If you've come to Solitude to join the League...
Greetings, citizen. Staying out of trouble, I presume?
Yes, officer. Is there anything wrong?
No, nothing at all. Say, rumors are a new mercenary's been going around town. Calls herself Ashe. Holed up near Solitude these days. In case you'd need extra muscle, I suggest you head there. Skyrim's looking more dangerous these days.
The name's Ashe. If it's mercenary work you need, that'll be 200 gold.
That's interesting armor. Not quite what I expected for a mercenary.
I've heard that 1,000 times. Not exactly interested in explaining myself for the 1,001st time.
I just wanted to talk.
Oh. Most people ask for mercenary work. Sorry, not interested in even a cursory conversation. If you don't want to hire me, then leave, please.
Why are you here?
The exit's out that way.
The name's Cassian. I'll take that offer.
Then that's business. Any questions before we venture out?
Your skin, those markings, they're fascinating.
They're
What
skin
are they?
enchantments. Help keep me durable in battle.
Forgive me, but aren't you a bit overdressed for a place like the Winking Skeever?
Agreed. But there's a reason I wear these. Let's just say they're a lot tougher than they look. You might be surprised.
Why are your prices lower than the usual average?
While I am skillful in combat, I haven't been a mercenary for long. I might not stay one for long either. Personal reasons, but I'm training for something.
That's interesting armor. Not quite what I expected for a mercenary.
Oh, this thing. Not exactly the most practical looking, is it?
Why aren't you drinking or eating anything?
Because I'm not hungry, and it's none of your business.
What's your specialization?
Glad you asked. I deal mostly with two-handed weapons, if you couldn't already tell by my massive sword here. Might be surprising for a woman of my size, but I can wield these beasts rather well.
Why are you here?
I'm a mercenary, looking for work around here. Let's keep it at that.
I don't have any more questions.
Fine. I do have one for you. What job do you want me to do? Is this more of a general escort or a dungeon exploration?
Perhaps some dungeon work for now.
You've definitely done your fair share of exploring. Good.
Once or twice, maybe.
You don't have a lot of experience. That's fine. I'll just have to keep that in mind.
How do you know that?
There are ways to determine someone's combat experience just by looking at them. mentor taught me. Here, I'll let you borrow some skill books. It'll make my job easier. And it's nice to be working with you. What's my strategy?
What combat experience do you have?
I specialize with two-handed weapons. You know that already. I'm fair with other combat arts as well, like archery and one-handed weapons. However, I don't know much about spellcasting right now. Still working on that. And if I don't have a weapon on me, I can use my fists. I've been told that they punch like steel, quite literally.
How old are you anyway?
Isn't it rude to ask a woman her age? Old enough.
Who was your mentor?
My father taught me the basics, but he passed away not long after I was born. So since then, I've mostly been self-taught.
Self-taught?
I needed to survive, and I didn't have anyone I could trust at the time. My father. He was all I ever knew.
What about your mother?
Never knew her. It was always just my father.
What happened to your father?
He was killed by assassins. I've made it a point to hunt them down. That's kind of why I'm taking these mercenary jobs here and there. I need to be sure I can actually kill them. I was powerless to do anything when it actually happened. That won't be the case anymore.
Tell me about your father.
Not much to tell. I didn't get to know him for very long. I know it sounds sad. I didn't even know the only parent I had that well. But the days I did spend with him, they were memories of pure light. He was so kind, caring. I used to kind of be a buffoon when I was born. It was very embarrassing. But he helped me through it. And for the limited time he could, showed me the ropes of what it meant to live. That was how he put it. My purpose in life was just to live and experience things. Very vague when you think about it. He never got to explaining it. Before he could, well, he kicked the bucket. Would you know what he meant?
No, but we can find that meaning out together.
Yeah, I'd like the sound of that.
Do you have any leads on the assassins?
Not currently. They know how to cover their tracks. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Likewise.
Glad we're on the same page.
Are you writing to someone?
Oh, yes, I am. About you, actually.
Me?
Yes, you. We've been traveling together for a while now. Why wouldn't I mention you to my friend?
Who are you writing to?
A friend. His name's Canas. He knows me better than anyone else. Our relationship has been a bit strained of late, but he's all I have. Outside of you, of course.
I'll leave you to it then.
As you wish. Alas, I find myself less adept with a quill than with a blade. Perhaps a skill I should cultivate. Choose your potions judiciously. What a waste of time. I'd rather fight for my life than live it.
I'd like to teach you some spells.
Spells? My systems are a bit unorthodox when it comes to magic. I don't cast spells in the traditional sense. But I've been experimenting with incorporating spell tome schematics into my combat techniques.
Schematics, you mean like blueprints for spells?
Precisely. Think of it as incorporating the spell's essence into my own magical framework. It's a complex process, but if I can successfully adapt its structure, I should be able to emulate its effects.
You need the whole book. I just know a spell once I read it. It's like it becomes part of me.
You assimilate the knowledge instantly? Huh. I recall attempting a similar feat in my early days, but with a decidedly less ethereal approach.
What do you mean?
Let's just say I once mistook my father's library for a buffet. Dwemer history, it turns out, isn't particularly palatable.
Well, when I read a spell tome, it does vanish afterward. Maybe in a way I am consuming it.
Interesting. Perhaps the tomes are designed to transfer their knowledge directly into the reader's mind, disintegrating once their purpose is fulfilled. Rather elegant solution, wouldn't you say?
So you need the actual spell tomes?
Yes, the tomes are essential. They contain the knowledge I need to analyze and incorporate.
You need the whole book. I just know a spell once I read it. It's like it becomes part of me.
You assimilate the knowledge instantly?
I've got some more spell tomes you might
I
find
recall
useful.
attempting a similar feat
Want
in
to
my
take a
early
look?
days, but with always eager to expand my tactical options. Let's see what you've acquired. Excellent. I'll put these new spells to good use.